What is going on, viewers? It's Bromo18 here, and welcome to lucky episode number 13 of our PES 2019 Glasgow Rangers Master League save. If you haven't checked out episode 12, or indeed any of the episodes before that, then go and check those ones out first before coming to this one, as you will receive some spoilers. And oh, spoiler alert once again. In the last episode, of course, we ended up having that disappointment in the Europa League, losing to Lazio on the night away at the Stadio Olimpico, and as a result we were knocked out of the competition, which of course was really disappointing. However, that means our attention is now switched and focused onto the league, and we played 2 games in between episode 12 and 13 today. By the way, we will be playing against Aberdeen in this episode today, who we thought would be fellow contenders for maybe not the title, but at least for Europe. But they've dropped off a bit this season, which is surprising to see. So we're going into this one certainly expecting a win, but not guaranteed. So we have to perform to our highest ability. But first, before we move into that, I of course have the highlights of a couple of games to show you, and we'll start off with the Hearts game. So there were of course a lot of stamina issues after that big run we had in the last 3 or 4 weeks, so I made a lot of changes for this game, and it worked out well. Eddie Nketiah getting his start, and he took his chance really well. Goalkeeper should have done better there, but nevertheless we got the goal. And here as well, he padges on a defensive error, puts a nice through ball into Candeas, who slots home comfortably. That leads us into the St Johnstone game away, and once again that Nketiah and Candeas partnership flurrying here. You see the little 1-2 interchange that they have, that leads it into being 1-0. And then Ryan Kent, who was shortly about to be subbed off after this corner, pops up in the most unlikely situations with a header. And then that was rounded off by Eddie Nketiah once again, getting onto the score sheet, this time bagging himself a brace. John Flanagan finds time in the area, and Nketiah is there on the receiving end. So after those 2 games, the league table is left looking like this, and we have 8 games to go, and I am cautiously optimistic. Still 5 points behind Celtic, but we still have to play them, and if we beat them, then that obviously leaves the gap to 2 points, and then we have to rely on some other teams, anyone to step up. The only other team they've lost to other than us is Aberdeen, so obviously they've still got to play them. So I don't know, we'll see. It will fall down to one of these teams, probably in the top 6 when the league gets split in half. And if you don't know, basically what the rule is, you'll see here it says first phase. Well, what happens is after all teams have played each other 3 times, the team will get split, the league table will get split in half, and then the top 6 teams will play each other once, and the bottom 6 teams will play each other once. Now, obviously, it is now mathematically assured that we will be in the top 6. So, you know, we're going to be playing the likes of these: Celtic, Hibernian, Kilmarnock, Aberdeen, probably Hearts as well. So it gets tougher for sure, but it means that the likes of Celtic will also be playing all the tougher teams. So yeah, 8 games to go, and we have a chance. Now, obviously, we've got this Aberdeen game today, and I might as well go into the game plan. And this is actually what we're going with. Now, you might be surprised. Obviously, I want Morelos in the team, but Nketiah has been on form these last couple of games, so it seems only right that he plays. And you know, I'm thinking, well, you know, play 4-4-2. Well, yeah, I would, but this formation has been working out well for us. This is what we've been getting all our wins from recently, so you know, I do want to keep with it. And as a result, only one striker can play, and it's a shame that Morelos won't get into the side. But I don't know. We'll find a way. We will find a way. But for now, Nketiah gets the call. He gets the nods up, and elsewhere you can see here we've got Fotheringham in goal, and then Goldson, Katic at the back, surrounded by Tavernier and Wallace. Then Arfield and Koulibaly, of course, making up the centre midfielders with Ajaria just ahead of them, and then Lookman, Candeas, and Nketiah up top. Just before we get into it, I want to turn your attention to the youth team. And as you'll see here, if I sort them out by overall rating, you'll see that the goalkeeper and our Senegalese centre forward have both gone up by 1. They're now 71. And I went to sign them, and it turns out you can't. He accepted the deal, but you can't. They don't join until the 1st of July, which I don't understand. That's really frustrating. But it means that we can't give these guys a chance now, so we have to wait until the start of next season. So that's frustrating, and it means that we will go with Fotheringham because, of course, you remember that he did have his stamina issues. Recovered, to be fair, recovered. It shouldn't matter too much, but if we did have a problem with him all, then we'd be basically. So there is that. But thankfully, there is no problem. So it is time to begin. Today we have a home tie against Aberdeen. Away we go then. It should be a tough tie, to be fair. It's going to be a tough game, don't get me wrong, but you know, again, we should be winning this still. That's an early chance there for Aberdeen. I think it's James Wilson who's managed to get onto the end of that cross. We need to be a bit more wary. Got that run of Candaeus, and he'll go for the low ball. Ajaria's there, pokes it in. That is a really nice goal indeed. Candaeus drives it across the face of goal. It's a good ball, and Ajaria is there on the receiving end. Really nice play indeed. We've probed for our opening. We've literally set up shop in this Aberdeen half, and that's a nice goal indeed. Cherney not able to get a touch to that. Ajaria just sort of, I think he actually dinks it over him. And if we have a look here, we'll get, yeah, just over his trailing left leg. And it's a nice goal. Pleased with that. And so far, so good for us. Much control here. He just comes back to us and we can go again. But we just need to make more of this possession. As Candaeus pounces onto that ball, he'll have a strike. It's deflected for a corner. So Tavernier to take this corner. Goes it to the near post to our field and it doesn't really work. Koulibaly though gets it back out to Tavernier. Koulibaly to Arfield. Arfield's got a bit of time and he'll have a go. It's a good save from the goalie. Arfield forces the corner. And it may very well be half-time here. It is indeed. So far, so good. 1-0 ahead, but, you know, we need to make more of our possession. We literally, it's just, I mean, look at that. 70%, but we're just, with that possession, you expect to create more chances. And just, it's just that little bit lack of a burst in the final third. And I do worry that they are going to sucker punch us. So we need to make more of this possession. Wallace looks to Lookman now and finds him. Lookman shifts a little burst of pace there, and he's going to go on his own. What a goal that is! Ademola Lookman seizing the initiative. We're not getting enough runs from you know, excess players, so he just goes on his own. And we tried that a couple of times this game, but finally it's worked. And it's Ademola Lookman who produces that little bit of quality. The defender tries to close him down, but Lookman's got the pace on him. That's a really, really nice finish. And so far it's one of the contenders for goal of the season because it's a proper solo effort. And he's just, as I say, he's taken the game by the scruff of its neck. And now we are 2-0 ahead. And as Aberdeen make a substitution, I believe I'm going to as well. And we'll look, I mean, the stamina isn't too much to go on. Nketiah's going to come off. The main man will come on, Alfredo Morelos. We're also going to take Ajaria off and bring on Ryan Jack, who has enjoyed his time in that little number 10 role. We picked up on it before. He's actually really good. He's really good in that position. And as we play more, he should get more adapted to it as well. So yeah, we'll see what he can do. Morelos, oh, it's his favoured give and go. Alfredo Morelos is in, and obviously Alfredo Morelos scores. That's his stake for the his place back into the first team. He loves that. He's so good at that, and that's what we don't get from the other strikers. Even Nketiah, as well as like the likes of Lafferty and Sadiq, they don't quite have that turn of pace, that agility off the mark to do that sort of thing, and that's what we get from him. It just gives us another option, and Morelos, El Buffalo himself, is back to scoring ways. Oh, Candeas gets away from his man. He's got time here. He's going to try and find Morelos. What is going on? Shoot, 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 shoot. Someone shoot. Oh. I was just smashing the B button there. But as that happens, it is full time, guys. A comprehensive 3-0 win. We were in complete control of that game. Really strong performance. I can't believe the possession has shrunk that much, because it just felt like complete domination. As you see, they had one shot all game. It was that Wilson header, I believe, in the first half, and that was literally it. They had nothing else. That's been a really good performance, top performance. Tavernier's rating is disappointing because I thought he played quite well. So, you know, I disagree with that personally, but nevertheless, Celtic just about get the win against Hearts. A shame that Hearts couldn't have done something there. So we're still on the chase, but nevertheless, we go ahead with it. Still unbeaten at home, guys. Still unbeaten at home, so we've turned that place into a real fortress. And that there is that. If we have a look here, we get some players called up for the national teams, etc. So we'll get a bit of a break then when that comes around. But that is it, guys. In terms of the next game, there's only one we can come back for, and that is the cup final, the Old Firm Derby Cup final against Celtic. Really looking forward to that. We got Livingston in between, which I'll obviously play off screen. I'll tell you what though, it's going to be a big game indeed. Looking forward to it. Can we get our first silverware in this series? You have to join us for that on episode 14 when that comes around. But on that note, guys, it's time to round it off there. So do be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Give me a follow on Twitter at Bromo018. I'll leave a link in the description, as I will for the affiliate links. If you want to get PES 2019 on PC and you are yet to do so, then visit the affiliate links in the description. It will take you to cdkeys.com and you can get it for a very good reduced price. Still about 45% off or roundabouts there at the moment, so really good indeed. But on that note, guys, it's time to round it off there. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Have a great evening, and I'll see you next time.